What's up, guys? Vince Roddy here, aka B-Boy Vinzel. Just want to let everyone know. Pray for me. Don't ask why, but it will mean a lot. Just pray for me in the name of Jesus. Anyways, um, yeah, I haven't did this week's break last time, which was last week. I don't know, just didn't feel like record. Also, I have allergies off the wazoo. Man, this has been I don't know. It just looks like winter out there. And I guess pollen is still up in the air. I thought usually it's really up in the air, like when it's hot, but I guess not. I don't even know. But you got, yeah, a lot of sniffling. So, hey, what do you want from me? But yeah, I miss out a lot of, not miss out a lot. I just didn't talk a lot about anything breaking related. And why should I? These videos don't even get a lot of views. So I guess we're just gonna jump into it. I'm gonna record this on, in a different way that I'm usually because my phone is charging. And you know what? Let me just pull up my phone out. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing. Can you hear me? Is this better? Yeah, let's talk about some B-boy news, some B-boy content here and there for this week's break. This is episode 11. Last week would be 11. Usually this would be 12, but man, who cares? So let's talk about what happened up there in, I'm trying to think, what is this event? It's called Rootless. It's a college, but it's actually just one of the main circuit events here in the US, that B-Boy Network puts out. I don't freaking know. All I know is that Gravity and Data was killing it out there, catch wreck. And yeah, going up against Mach 5 and Wiz and in the finals. And let me tell you, I don't know what's up with Mach 5. I don't know what's with all this yelling and trolling. Like, dude is going off, going full Clayu with a mix of Robin, but black. So, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I have never seen this in a while. When it comes down to any B-boys that annoys me because one of pretty much like I think there was a year where Mach 5 was like one of the B-boys was like, oh man, yo, keep your eyes on Mach 5. He's gonna go crazy. He's going, but man, his confidence goes up. This is the same thing with DS, right? Your confidence sort of goes up when it comes down to, going to each breaking event, going to each I don't know what it is. I guess it's something performance wise or something. I wish I would know, but I haven't really compete much. I've been in the cipher here and there, but not enough to the point where not at least not into the level of a usual competitor would go through. And pretty much what I've sort of seen through, you know, Mach 5 going at against these other B boys, and it's that you kind of see you see both like the Philadelphia flavor, but also the cockiness that he's just throwing out. It's I don't know, it's interesting. I'm not clutching pearls out here, okay? Like I just realized something because I'm like, damn, this is not usually how Mach 5 is. He yells here and there, but not to the point of like going at people's like or basically just, becoming like almost like someone that you just want to punch or something. I don't know. I usually say that I'm like, man, what's all this? What did I do? And I'm sick about talking about Mach 5, but I shouldn't be because he also went up against Dong or Dang. His name is B-Boy Dang. I guess that's his name or something. I could be wrong in those fronts, but yeah, B-Boy Dang. Like I don't even know how you really say his name to be real, but he went up against him. It was like in the third finals of in what is it called? Lions of Zion anniversary. I'm pretty sure that Donkey was sort of around there. I know Atomic Goofball was hosting. Shout out to him. And Lions of Zion was a pretty much a crew that I knew a long time ago. What basically a legendary crew from the DMV area. And yeah, they they threw out an event, and it was pretty dope to see. I had like just a fun time of just seeing the battles here and there, but the one that kind of stuck into mind was Dong versus Mach 5 because there goes Mach 5 yelling again. I'm just like, are you okay, man? Am I okay? That's what I want to know. These freaking costs, man. I'm getting sick. Why am I getting sick of Mach 5? Like, is he that poisonous where you mention his name and then you feel sick or something? I don't know. All I know is freaking cold for some reason. It's getting colder and I'm getting sicker. Okay. Someone pray for me. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see more of like what battles. I want to see Mach 5 travel, man. He should take that cockiness and really use it out there. That would be some interesting content. Okay, for sure. Like I kind of want to see more of like his artillery. I can't speak, man. You know what? I'll just end it there. I want to see him travel. I want to see more of him. I don't know about the craziness he's throwing out. And also, I don't mean no hate. I don't freaking care. I know Mach 5 is not going to watch this, or who else is going to watch this. But if he is and wants to say something, listen, I'm literally just a nobody YouTuber, and you're going to comment here on this channel. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. Also, I'm not hating, man. I'm not hating, okay? I just really can't understand when I talk about B-boys and B-girls and I'm not allowed to mention their name or something. I don't freaking give a damn, okay? He don't know me. I don't know him. Let me talk about him. And he's in the spotlight, in the breaking. Like, if he was in the Olympics, what, am I not allowed to talk about him or something? What's up? Anyways, I know that I'll be the wrong person to be pick a fight with my 5. A battle, cool. But a fight, come on, man. What are you doing? Like, literally, he even roasted the host. He even tried to, almost went through a feud, or almost went to a feud, looking at the host and, like, there was something there, okay? It was in the semis somewhere before Gravity and Data. And I was like, yo, what is up with you, Mach 5, man? What's up with Mach 5? I don't know. I don't freaking know. Anyways, moving on. There's some stuff from last year, I guess. I mean, no, sorry, not last year. Last week. And it was basically what is it? Uh like I don't know. I think it was like Arizona. Somewhere in Arizona. Oh yeah, this is back to Gravity. Gravity versus Jihad. I saw that battle. Pretty much straight to the point. That's what the event is called. And I guess Gravity had a speech or something. I don't know what that's about, but you know what? He had a speech. Anyways, Clash, shout out to him. He's in a movie, I guess, in China. I don't know what's going on in China, but there's just so much going there. And I'm just curious of all the B-boy stuff going on there, because they did have their event in China. Also, Ruin was in China. And as well as Ruin battling Clash. Clash originally from Egypt, now in China, doing business. And also with A Crew. And they're doing it again. I pretty much didn't see Wild Jerry from Belarus in there, but I did see the Italian Scarface himself, B-Boy Jetlag. And yeah, he was battling alongside with them, as well as, Madman, B-Boy Madman. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what's up with Madman? Like, is he still part of, like, what is this? Fusion MC? There has to be a story of like why he made the crew, or maybe there isn't. I wish that within the b-boy space was big enough to actually hear stories like, okay, what the heck, how did this crew come, how did this thing, like, like Mach 5 quit, like, Ill Del Flav and made his own crew and something else and completely in a different country. Like, would you want to hear the stories? Like, that doesn't seem right, man. I never really see him out of the country. That's the thing. But when it comes down to, I would like to hear stories like Clash. Why did he come to China? What was that about? You know what I mean? Like, for business. I'm surprised he didn't come to the U.S. or something like that. Maybe there's some political issues or something like that. I just want to know the stories, man. Like, what's up? But Ruin was in China. Ronnie Ruin teaming up with some other Chinese group that I have no idea what they're about. I guess they paid him big money to be there. China pays big money. They got technology. Listen, I seen the streams from iShowSpeed. Some of the stuff they create there in China, it is just not human. It's like, what the heck? What is this? Like, the innovative nature of China, like, that's just Crazy. I don't know. But Battle King 2025. If you want to check, if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check that out. Okay, I'm not leaving links to anything. I don't leave anything in the description. I don't care. I'm just talking, just chatting, and that's the video. What you want? Anyways, we got. I guess moving on here down the list. BC1 Germany. This was from last week. I'm talking about stuff from last week mixed with this week, and there's some stuff that I might miss because maybe I didn't care. Like, I know that Russia had something, but it was like the same usual. It was like, okay, we see Zip Rock, we see Al Khalil, we see Ruslan, I mean, listen, they're not bad. It's like, for crying out loud, like, this is like just a usual freaking Russian gathering round, okay? Or a gathering. I don't know how they're seen over there. I don't know if they're seen like the same way as the Warriors in terms of basketball, or the Lakers here in California. Is it like different there in Russia? Like, I don't know. It's pretty much in like, a new blue moon, they'll be in another country, either in Vietnam or somewhere in Europe. But yeah, I don't know. Russia's doing stuff. I seen the battles. I seen Bumblebee versus Alkalil, but I just didn't really care to talk about it because I'm like, what the heck? Who cares? Of course, they're innovative moves, but it's like I've seen so many battles from them, at least for a decade at this point. It's been so long. And it's like, man, what? I don't know what's new, to be honest with you. Anyways, but yeah, BC1 in Germany, I think I talked about it last time. And I saw someone interesting in the B girl qualifications. B girl CD, originally from Greece. Well, from Greece, and I guess she moved to Germany. It was something about school or getting a job. I don't freaking know. B boys and B girls. You don't know them. I don't know them. I feel like I should have, but there's a part of me where I'm like, I mean, of course that would be creepy. Like, even though I follow Phil Wizard and I kind of see this and that and I see the usual and I kind of predict like, okay, we all know where this is going. I never look at it like, oh my gosh, I wonder what type of socks he wears, which is Lululemon. But oh, I wonder what's his favorite meal. And oh god, this is weird because I feel like I knew already all that because he posts that stuff. Like, you wear Lululemon, you live in Canada, but you also travel every freaking like 50 minutes or something like that. And also you just love croissants or something. I mean, at this point, I guess I know Phil Wizard more than my family, which I shouldn't. It's just that I follow B-boys and B-girls on Instagram, and I look at Instagram more than I look at like, any book or something like that or anything, or just like, or look at like outside. Yes, I'm that terminally online, and I'm trying not to be, but at the same time, it's kind of like my job. So, and also I'm in like the process of moving and also buying some stuff because things are getting expensive and all that. So I kind of have to be online more than ever, which sucks. But it's like, man, I wish I can stop paying attention online because, but what the perks would be like, like if I ever interview Phil Wizard, that would just be a breeze. We would just be chilling. It would just be like, so what kind of, like, what? Oh, let me guess what you wearing, huh? Are you still with Lululemon or something? Like, I would ask those questions. I think I was like, man, I'll never forget. I was in Spin Theory. Shout out to Smurf. That and pretty much I remember I was chilling with this guy. I was doing the whole like, I guess collab with him, and there was this one guy that was just showed up. And he asked me, like, because I told him, like, oh, man, one day I want to be like, the Nardwar B-boy or something. I can't believe I said that. And he said, like, oh, what would you do in terms of interviews? I'll be like, how's your day? And I'm like, I'll never forget that. I should have said, like, something more innovative or something creative with all of that. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that whole stream. I was out of it. Because I feel like I just been there for a while. I was like, damn it, where's Smurf? When am I getting out of here? Anyways, yeah. So pretty much that's yeah, I just got in that topic. I was lost in there for a minute, but now I'm not. But anyways, BC1 in Denver. I saw that the BC1 All Stars were doing a thing in Denver in the Nugget Stadium. Pretty cool. I don't know what's that about, but okay. I wish that some of the international BC One All Stars were there, but of course it's easier to have the Americans in. It makes sense. You see Ronnie, El Nino, the B boys that I grew up with, in terms of like me watching them. But man, how crazy would it be if Castet was there? That would just be like a left field. I was like, what? Cass is there? And if Alvin's there, I don't know. I don't know what Alvin's doing. I feel like he would have been with with the Beast One guys over there in Denver. I mean, then again, what do you do in Denver? Like what's in Denver? I know what I would do in Denver. It's just that I'm asking to anyone, like, what would you do in Denver? You know what I mean? Me, I would have a good time in Denver. But I'm just saying, what would you do in Denver? I feel like there's like, some people from Colorado will be like, damn it, Vince, there's a lot of things you could do in Denver. Sure. Anyways, speaking of Alvin did like a battle with Lil G, his mentor or something. His like I guess Lil G in some ways kind of taught Alvin because they're part of the same crew, same country and stuff like that. And they were at the High Peak Festival. I don't know anything about festivals. The only thing I really know is Coachella, which is happening right now. And I don't give two damns about Coachella. I'm going to be real with you. There's some part of it in case something crazy happens but listen, I'm not in the music industry, okay? Not even in the b-boy industry in the sense. I don't care about I mean, there's certain stuff that you can't really get away from the music industry. If a new song comes up in TikTok and I'll be like, ooh, this sounds catchy. And sometimes I'll add it to my playlist. And that's the most knowledge that I have in terms of seeing it in like, somewhat being caught up in the music industry, or just, when that whole P. Diddy thing was happening, I was kind of like following the documentaries of that. I was like, oh, this is crazy. But, I mean, I should have. I feel like it's not too hard to really follow the music industry. Man, Anthony Fantano has an easy job of just, hey, listening to music and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Come on. Anyways, but yeah, Lil G and Alvin at the High Peak Festival in Switzerland, they were doing something there. At this point, I was like, because you see Alvin, right? Lil G for sure. These B-boys, it's usual that B-boys go to every country and just everywhere in the world, just easy peasy. Like they just know how to teleport. I guess if you know how to do air flares, you know how to teleport. I think that's how it goes, right? But what is up with Alvin? Like he's everywhere, bro. Like, go back home, man. Like he's never home. I know that there's probably a lot of things going on in Venezuela. I don't freaking know. But, I mean, all I really know is that a lot of them want to come to the U.S. and one of them don't want to be in Venezuela. And for, Alvin, like, I'm like, what is something that he's running away from, There's many Spanish countries that you can move to and you can actually live in. You'll be safer. But I really don't know, man. Something is going on. But, what would I know? Anyways, let's talk about Break Q. So Break Q just happened 2025. I think the last winners was Tundo and Exaggerate, I believe. Or maybe it was the Ukrainian kids. That's for sure. I think it was a dope battle. One thing I remember from last year's of Break Q is that I remember seeing the battle. I would think it was Stemio or Platz, or I basically would just call them, Navi maybe, or the Ukrainian kids, because they're technically kids, right? I mean, they're youngins, that's for sure. And they were battling against Skeeter, which I've been really checking out Skeeter's stuff. And I love his flow, his ideas. He has been really inspiring me to, coming back to break. And pretty much, he's a dope B-boy. I like his concepts and just everything that he brings. And he's just overall creative. I mean, I say the same for Nikita. And one thing I remember that is that, I think the Ukraine kids were doing something like a smoke, and Nikita from Poland took that personally. It's funny because two of them are named Nikita. Skeeter is named Nikita, and of course you got B-Boy Nikita. So I'm just like, I just realized that. I was like, is that why they both collab? That's funny. That's good. Two of them, the two Nikitas. I feel like they could have called, Nikita Crew. I was like, why is it called Nikita Crew? Because the two of them are named Nikita. Okay, that's how I say Nikita, by the way. I don't say like, oh, Nikita. Okay, like a Russian. Like, no, 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 no. Let's say like American. like a black girl name. Hey, Nikita. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Yolanda. Anyways, but yeah, Nikita just had a problem with some of the Ukraine kids and almost went to a fight. Thank goodness that the Italian homie B-boy Pesto, that's literally his B-boy name, actually was there to break it off and like, hey, you guys stop, And also the host was there, and it was almost a fight. I feel like Nikita wasn't going for a fight, but I think he took something personally out of the other crew, and I don't know what that was about. I mean, maybe I know, but maybe I probably don't. I mean, who knows at this point? You never know the stories when it comes down to beef here and there. But anyways, break Q just happened. This was like Calmius and Johnny Fox versus Nika and Lee for the Beast One All Stars. Lithuania and Netherlands, and Calmius from Kazakhstan and Johnny Fox from Spain. Yeah, they both battled. It wasn't that intense. Usually, you would think of something intense from Calmius, the way he battles, especially coming to the U.S. He really brought it. But for this one, I guess he was chill. I mean, sure. You know what? That's cool. But yeah, that was a cool battle. Also, Mad Max is back. I thought she lived in Brazil for some reason, but Bigo Mad Max was battling somebody. I don't know. He was battling another European or something in a European event. It makes sense, but she won the Bigo finals there, and that was interesting. Also, I don't remember like Break Q having a B girl. Like, wouldn't like B girl Nika would be in there? Then again, she probably would take all the wins and stuff like that. Who knows? But anyways, Break Q. I mean, shoot, I can't wait for the rest of the battles. I just like the way they really, the quality of these battles from this event. Maybe because it's sponsored by Nike and stuff like that, but it has such good quality and stuff. And, it really shows it. It really does. Anyways, let's talk about the best BC1, which is France. Ilias versus D12. D12 originally from Algeria. I mean, you know what? I don't blame him. Like, I think they do speak French over there. And yeah, of course, he moved to France, main France. And going up against Ilias, which is a b-boy that I have not seen in a while from Hot Milk Crew. From France, of course. And yeah, Ilias, man, he brought it. Dude, the music coming in, the hypeness. I feel like I wish the DJ kind of set up the music a better way or something like that. But other than Ilias bringing the heat in D12, bringing the moves. And, it looks like he was sweating a storm over there. I don't blame him. Like, especially wearing the sweater in that, maybe that hot inside environment or something. Is it hot? I wouldn't know. I know that I was hot when I was in France. I was sweating, okay? And it was in Cannes, okay? It was in the ending of the summer. But, yeah, it looked pretty unique. It looked hype. And it's not every day that you see crowds like that. The thing is that when I saw Lil G versus Alvin, I saw the crowd. I try not to see the crowd. I try to avoid the crowd. And, many people also complain the same thing. Like, why is the crowd not hype? And you just wonder. But for France BC1, I wouldn't say they were always hype, but they were like a good amount of hype. They were like in a good amount of level in terms of like cheering and showing love and stuff like that. And it was pretty cool to see. I would say that. It was pretty cool to see. I was like, yeah, this is what's up. Good to actually witness this, knowing that, yeah, pretty much, French, the French, they know how to do it. They kind of showcase like, yo, this is why we had the Olympics. So, and Ilias proves that. And yeah, I just enjoy what I've seen so far. But I haven't seen the other battles here and there. I know the Bigo battles were cool as well. I heard that Sissy won, which I feel like it wasn't a surprise much in my opinion, but she won. Next up, we got you know what? That's it. Okay. I think I finished it. There was some other battles here and there for sure. I really you know what? I'm gonna just leave that to whoever wants to do this type of content because I don't care. Anyways, but I guarantee I might miss some stuff. But again, who freaking cares? One love and a peace. God bless.